Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be taking this 2022 Hyundai Kona on a POV test drive. This one is the SEL trim with the convenience package, and the Kona was facelifted for 2022. So Hyundai did change a few things, and if you guys are curious about the color on this one, the color is called Pulse Red, and the price on this SEL trim with a convenience package, it's $27,000. But let's go ahead and take it on a test drive and see how it does. Alright, so that's the 2022 Hyundai Kona SEL. Was facelifted, as I said, and they did change a few things, like the screen. It is an 8-inch screen. It does look very good, much better than the prior to the facelift, and climate controls were changed, and a few more other things. But let's go ahead and take this Kona on a test drive and see how it does. So driving this 2022 facelifted Hyundai Kona drives nice and smooth, and nothing really was changed for 2022. It's basically just a facelift, and as I mentioned, the screen is brand new for 2022. It does look much better than the 2021, so I really like the design of it. Yes, the bezels are a little bit on the bigger side, but I think the style of it is very good. And overall, beautiful interior. There is a good amount of plastic, but this thing looks really nice. We're gonna go ahead and hop on the highway and see how this Kona does. So let's go ahead and change the drive modes. It does have normal, sport, and smart. Nice and responsive. And this thing actually handles very good. Can't wait for the Kona online. It's gonna be much better than this one. Wow, definitely this thing is actually very responsive. I didn't know that it was going to be this responsive, but does handle nice and stays flat around corners, and I'm actually very impressed. The engine is nice and responsive, and I'll talk more about the engine and the transmission once I get off or get out of this traffic. So I've been driving about 30 miles per hour for the past like 3-4 minutes now, and I'm noticing a good amount of road noise or tire noise that's coming from the tires into the cabin, and I'm not going 60, 70, 80 miles per hour, and there's a good amount of road noise and tire noise. But I'm gonna hop on the other side of the highway and test the cabin noise, road noise, tire noise, and everything. So I'll tell you exactly what I think about this Kona on the highway at higher speeds. But other than that, everything looks nice. The SUV is nice and solid, and overall it's such a beautiful SUV. And when I hop on the other side of the highway, I will actually talk about the engine as well. Interior looks nice. 8-inch screen, climate controls are very easy to use. This is the SEL trim with a convenience package. Storage place in the bottom, you're going to be 1 USB and 2 12 volts. And I did actually test the cruise control on the highway. It does not have the adaptive, but it does have steering assist, and it does have normal cruise control, but no adaptive cruise control in this SEL trim. With the convenience package, I really wish it had adaptive cruise control. In the bottom, in the left, they're going to be a traction control button, hill descent, and a brightness control. Hill descent was actually moved from here to the left, and this Kona has actually the engine start stop, so when you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off to save some gas. Drive mode button right here. There's normal, smart, and sport, and here is the shifter that will control the IVT transmission, basically a CVT transmission. It's very similar to it, and with the SEL trim, with the convenience package on the SEL trim, you will get the heated seats, the sunroof, and it does have wireless phone charger, but it is a $1,700 option or package you could choose on the SEL trim. So for the suspension is actually pretty good. It's not too stiff or too soft. It does soak up the bumps really good with no issues. Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode. I want to test the steering wheel. I'm not sure if it gets heavy. It doesn't even feel like it gets heavy. It does get heavy, but you barely could tell that this is on sport, or like the steering wheel barely changes when it's on sport. But let's go ahead and put it back in sport. Yep, definitely no issues. The SUV feels nice and light. Under the hood, they're going to be a 2.0 naturally aspirated four-cylinder engine that is connected to an IVT, basically Hyundai's CVT. It's very similar to it, and this engine produces 147 horses and 132 pound-feet of torque, and nice and responsive. There is no lag. You put your feet down, seriously, it's beautiful. As I said, that IVT transmission is nice and responsive, good amount of horsepower and torque, and overall it's I'm actually very impressed. It's really good, and you can control your gears with this shifter if you want to. And yeah, seriously, that IVT is very, very good. As I said, it does have the steering assist, and it does work very good. That was the lane keep assist. So I'm gonna go ahead and do an acceleration right here to see how this Kona does. Definitely after like 40 miles per hour, it does accelerate, and the way how it accelerates, it keeps pulling, or basically pushing you back to the seat. So it's actually very impressive. But under 40 miles per hour, if you hit the gas, it's like when you let go, it kind of pushes you back to the seat more, and that happens around 40 miles per hour, which is pretty cool. And here is the steering assist. I actually completely forgot to show you the steering assist. It's very good, but not as good as the other Hyundai's products. For some reason, it's not. It doesn't really keep you centered, and the torque on it is not really the best. Something I noticed is this Kona has a warning message that displays in the center display. Let's say if this traffic light turns green and the car in front of me moves, in that small display it will say leading vehicle is driving away. So basically it gives you a warning saying, hey, the car in front of you moved, so it beeps and gives you a warning. So I found that to be really nice, and basically whoever is distracted on their phone or doing or looking at something, this comes in handy, and this is actually I think it's very nice. So I'm glad that Hyundai added this in this Kona. I'm not sure if the other Hyundai's product have this feature, but I found it to be very useful and very nice. So overall, I think this Hyundai Kona is nice. Definitely drives nice and smooth. The engine is very responsive, and I am actually very impressed with the IVT transmission and this 2.0. No lag. Off the line, there's a little bit of lag, but I think overall this engine with this IVT/CVT transmission is very good. So I think Hyundai did a great job with the Kona design from the outside. Not my favorite. The back looks good. The front looks a little bit weird, but overall I think this is a beautiful SUV. But I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2022 Hyundai Kona. I would like to thank Key Hyundai in Milford and Faraz for providing me this 2022 Kona. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.